The marble hallway echoed with whispered laughter. Callista Bryn Arden clutched her worn portfolio tighter. Her torn canvas shoes squeaked against polished floors. 33 other candidates stood in pristine designer suits. Their eyes followed her every hesitant step forward. "Look at those pathetic shoes," someone whispered cruelly. Callista's cheeks burned with deep, familiar shame. She had dreamed of this moment endlessly. Teaching children had always been her life's purpose. Yet here she stood, feeling completely out of place. "I do not belong here," she whispered. Her grandmother's voice echoed in her memory softly. "Kindness matters more than fancy clothes, sweet girl." Callista straightened her shoulders with renewed, quiet determination. The teaching position at Maplewood Elementary meant everything. Children needed someone who truly understood their struggles. She had grown up in foster care. Education had been her only escape from poverty. Now she wanted to give that gift. Her torn shoes told a story of perseverance. The other candidates smirked at her appearance. Their confidence seemed to fill the entire space. Callista noticed their expensive briefcases and perfect makeup. She touched her simple, second-hand blazer self-consciously. The fabric was clean but clearly worn. Her portfolio contained her heart and soul. Inside were lesson plans she had created, each one designed to reach struggling students, the same students others often gave up on. "Next candidate, please enter the conference room," called the secretary. Callista watched as polished professionals entered confidently. Each emerged looking pleased with their performance. The waiting area gradually emptied around her. Her turn was approaching far too quickly now. She reviewed her teaching philosophy one more time. Every child deserves to feel valued and heard. That belief had sustained her through everything. "Callista Bryn Arden," the secretary called out clearly. She stood on trembling legs that betrayed her. The conference room doors opened to reveal him. Thatcher Lennox Vale sat at the table's head. The young CEO had taken over recently. His reputation for fairness preceded him through rumors, yet his expression remained completely unreadable to her. "Please, take a seat," Thatcher said gently. His voice carried unexpected warmth and genuine kindness. Callista noticed his eyes lingered on her shoes. She braced herself for the inevitable rejection coming. Instead, something surprising flickered across his features briefly. Was it recognition, or perhaps understanding of struggle? "Tell me about your teaching philosophy," he said. Callista's voice found its strength in that moment. She spoke of children who felt invisible, kids who came to school hungry daily, students whose shoes were held together with hope. Her passion filled every word she spoke. Thatcher leaned forward, completely captivated by her words. "Why do you want this position specifically?" he asked. Callista thought of her own third-grade teacher. Mrs. Henderson had seen potential in her. She had provided lunch money without embarrassing her. "Because I was once that forgotten child, the one others thought could not succeed." Thatcher's eyes widened with sudden, deep understanding. "You grew up in the foster system," he said. It was not a question, but recognition. Callista nodded, wondering how he could possibly know. "So did I," he admitted with quiet vulnerability. "Those shoes tell a familiar story to me." The room fell into meaningful, comfortable silence between them. Two people who had traveled similar difficult paths. Both had climbed out of impossible circumstances. Education had been their ladder to better lives. Now they sat across from each other. Success had not erased their humble beginnings completely. "The other candidates have impressive credentials, but credentials do not teach children compassion." He paused, studying her face with care. "They do not understand what hunger feels like." His voice carried the weight of experience, or what it means to feel ashamed. Callista felt tears threatening to spill over. No one had ever understood her so completely. "I want to be the teacher I needed, the one who sees every child's potential." Her voice broke slightly with raw emotion, even when they cannot see it themselves. "You have the position," Thatcher said without hesitation. The words hung in the air like magic. Callista could not believe what she heard. "But I have one important condition for you." Her heart sank, expecting some impossible requirement. "Start a program for disadvantaged children here." His smile was genuine and encouraging to her. Months later, the Maplewood Mentorship Program flourished beautifully. Callista taught by day with incredible passion. Evenings were spent with at-risk children. She provided tutoring, meals, and most importantly, hope. Her torn shoes had been replaced eventually, but she kept them in her desk. They reminded her of her true purpose. Thatcher visited the program regularly with genuine interest. He contributed through his personal foundation and CSR initiatives, funding supplies and field trips generously. The two had become close friends and allies. Their shared past created an unbreakable bond. Together, they were changing lives, one child at a time. The marble hallway that once echoed with laughter now filled with children's excited voices. "Remember," Callista told her students every day, "your worth is not measured by possessions." She pointed to her old shoes proudly. "It is measured by the kindness within." The children nodded with understanding and growing wisdom. They were learning that appearances meant absolutely nothing. Character and compassion were what truly mattered most. Years passed, and the program expanded statewide successfully. Callista had become a respected educational leader. Her story inspired countless others to persevere. The torn shoes in her desk drawer remained. They were a reminder of where she began, but more importantly, they represented endless possibility. One evening, as she locked her classroom, Callista smiled. The hallway was quiet now after another day. She thought of that terrifying interview day, how those whispered laughs had stung so deeply. Now she understood their true gift to her. Sometimes, she whispered to her reflection gently, our greatest shame becomes our greatest strength.